All right, huge day. Was talking about the potential flag for yesterday, and it followed through in a big way. Dow's down 170.33 today. Broke this previous pivot, so this pivot point right here, and it was a support right here, and now it's closing below it. So you could see on the weekly that it is breaking above this channel that we have here. So I don't know if it's gonna, this 1450.39 level is actually a bigger, uh, a big pivot point, because this line right here is actually the '07 highs. And if you follow me on Twitter, I'm on Maximus Analysis at Twitter. I said, is the '07 highs going to hold? Only time will tell. No one has a crystal ball, nor would I say it's going to or not going to. But we use this technical analysis to up our probability, and we see patterns that repeat themselves, so that we can make low risk and use proper risk management to get into positions. You looking at Let's look at the S&P 500. S&P 500. Let's look at the weekly. This is the '07 highs right here. So let's kind of mark that out just because. Yep. We got to see if these are going to hold. You have a nice potential flag on the weekly, and now it's closing to the downside, and it can come up to this very, very quickly. If you look at the daily, you can see you had an engulfing pattern here for the Japanese candlestick, guys, and you had great follow through with increased volume and bearish MACD. So this looks good, and it could get down to this, and you don't want to chase per se, but just roll your stops. And I don't know what you're trading, nor am I here. This is for educational purposes only, and you kind of see what's going on. So the Russell gave you a huge engulfing pattern to the downside, and we got to see if this low is going to hold, which is 1013. So we got to see if that's going to hold and where it's going to take us to. Is it going to take us to this 1000 level? We got to see. If we look at the, you can see another engulfing pattern setting up. But remember, this candle doesn't close till Friday, so it's only Tuesday, so you don't want to be too premature on your analysis. Apple gave you a shooting star at these levels that were actually back here, and actually at the what was it, this, yeah, around this area. It's November time frame, and it got up to there. I thought it was going to go up, quite honestly, but I swing trade and I wait for the candles to close, because last thing you want, at one point this candle was a full engulfing pattern. I was watching it, so it did this, and now it's closing below, and it could roll down. It could roll down to, this 472 level. So we just kind of got to see what's going on and go from there. And play it by ear. We'll see if we get some follow through and what's going on, because this was a potential flag, and I was looking for it to at least get above this 513.74 level for me to look to get back into a bullish type of mindset. So let's look at Tesla. Tesla actually held up really strong today, which is incredible for the price action that was done. It actually was up $2.79, which says a lot for that company. Google is continuing to the downside, engulfing pattern from this flag, and it's continuing to the downside, and we just got to see where it's going to go. Is this level going to hold, which is a prior swing point right here, which is what, March? So we got to see if that's going to hold and go from there, because if it doesn't, you got a lot more place to run. You got to, you got a little minor 809 and getting under 8. That's a lot to say for that. You have Amazon continuing to the downside from the engulfing pattern. You got LinkedIn that looks fairly good. I mean, it just needs to hold this 10 and maybe give you some price action to the upside, and then we'll see what's going on. I got stopped out this position, actually, so, and I have no problem getting stopped out. Small profits, but stopped out is fine with me. Facebook, I got stopped out of this today. Just been rolling my stops up. I got around 38.22 is when I got in, so made some money on this, and and looking for it to potentially get to the upside. If anything else, it just needs to clear this 41.97 for me to look at it and give me some type of price action. I was in FedEx. I got stopped out of that, made some good, decent money on that, and now it's looking to see if it's going to continue to the downside or not. The banking sector got beat up. Bank of America is right at the 50. Goldman Sachs is cream to the 50. It looks like it might get down to that 152, 150 level. You got Microsoft, which had that nice gap up from the CEO, what was his name, Balmer, and it hasn't gotten above this. I'm looking to get back in above this, and this is for educational purposes only. I got to state this again before somebody says, you maybe. I didn't make you do a thing. I'm telling you this is for educational purposes only. So, we kind of see what's going on, just documented kind of my journey with things. Hess looked good. I'm waiting to see if it can get above these highs right here. Triple D, I'm looking for it to get back above these previous highs. It actually fell below these previous lows, and we'll kind of just see it from there. So I'm done. I try to keep these under 5-6 minutes, and I'm running over. So again, this is Max. You can email me or follow me on Twitter at Maximus Analysis. Take care.